Simon Peter was someone that took the risk. Amongst all the other disciples, he took the risk to walk on water, right? And you can say he experienced some disappointment. You can say he experienced some embarrassment because he almost drowned, right? But I tell you the truth. In the Bible, there are only two people recorded to have walked on water: Jesus Christ and who? Simon Peter. He had an experience none of the other disciples can, can talk about. They never experienced it. Because why? He took the step. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't let failure stop you. Learn from failure and grow in the process. The second thing I want to talk about is the importance of practice. It's important for you to practice your speech. You cannot become good in any skill that you don't practice. Practice helps you to become competent, and it helps you become confident. Anytime you come on stage without practicing, you won't be confident, and you're likely to make a lot of errors. But when you practice and keep practicing, you keep improving. And of course, Toastmasters there is a method of practice in Toastmasters. You practice and get feedback. It's important that when you practice, you get feedback on whatever you're doing. So after giving your speech, you hear things like, oh, how was your tone? Did you use the right vocabulary? Did you use your gestures well? Was there eye contact? Did you engage the audience? You get feedback on your practice. And when next you want to give your speech, keep in mind those feedbacks. So every time you practice and review, you do that consistently, you will experience progressive improvement. You progress and you will improve. The last thing I want to talk about is what Toastmaster Ruth shared in our very, very impactful speech. She said, focus on others, not yourself. Anytime you're on stage, focus on the people. Focus on your audience, not yourself. Forget about yourself on stage. She gave an analogy that's very interesting. She said, when you're giving a speech, you are helping people. You are sharing your ideas to help people. You are sharing your ideas to impact people. So it's like you've seen a small child falling off a cliff. What comes to your mind when you see a baby falling off a cliff? You just want to help. You're not thinking of how your hair is looking or if people like your face. No, you're focused on helping the child, right? Because you know that is what is important. So whenever you come on stage to give a speech, forget about yourself, how your hair looks. It makes you nervous. It makes you nervous when you start doing all that. Just focus on sharing your ideas to help people. Focus on impacting people. Forget about yourself and don't get nervous. Take chances, keep practicing, and give your best. I believe if you take these things to heart and you practice them, you will do very well. I want to congratulate every one of you that have taken the time to spend these 8 weeks to train, to learn, to do your assignments, to practice. I congratulate you very well, and I pray that God will bless you and make you great. The Toastmaster.
For that thought of the day. Now we are going to move on and try to keep this program on track. We're getting ready now to hear our speakers for tonight. They are 7 fantastic speakers. They are speakers who has worked hard toward getting that speech developed, and they are ready to show you what they have learned in Toastmasters. By way, they are keep believing in themselves. So our first speaker tonight will be Daniel. If let me say this, if I mispronounce the name, forgive me, but I'm gonna do my best with the names. Okay. So the first speaker will be Daniel Belay, the Rainforest. Daniel Belay, the Rainforest.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Bankole Falaye, and I'll be talking about the rainforest. The rainforest is one of the oldest biomes in ecosystems, and if you're wondering, a biome is a habitat with different climates and certain animals, and the ecosystem is a smaller part of a biome. So the rainforest has been around for at least 70 million years, and that was when the dinosaurs were still roaming the earth. The rainforest is completely diverse with different plants and animals, and home to more than half the world's plants and animal species, even though they cover 6% of the Earth's surface. They contain 1,500 flowering plants, 750 species of trees, 400 species of birds, and 150 species of butterflies. The rainforest helps with our rich biodiversity and helps with our well being and well being of our planet. Most rainforests are structured into four layers, which are emergent, canopy, understory, and forest floor, and I will be telling you about each of them. The emergent layer is the top layer of the rainforest. The trees in this layer are as tall as 60 meters or 20 feet and dominate the skylines. In the Amazon rainforest, the trees include the Brazilian nut tree, which can live up to 1,000 years undisturbed in the rainforest. The animals living in the emergent layer are include bats, birds, gliders, and butterflies. Beneath the emergent layer is the canopy, a deep layer of vegetation roughly 6 meters or 20 feet thick. The canopy blocks winds, rainfall, and sunlight, creating a humid, still, and dark environment. The animals that live here are scarlet macaws, keel-billed toucans, spider monkeys, howler monkeys, and thousands of insects. Several meters below the canopy is the understory. The understory is an even darker and stiller and more humid environment. The understory often produces flowers that are large and easy to see, such as the Helenicia. The animals that live here are forest elephants, pythons, gorillas, and antelopes. The last layer is the forest floor, which is the darkest of all layers and makes plants difficult to grow. The animals that live here are wild pigs, armadillos, and anteaters. The forests are disappearing at an alarming rate. The rainforest once covered 14% of the Earth's surface, but they now cover 6%. The rainforest covered 1.5 billion acres of land, but they only cover 1.2 billion acres. And studies show that by next century they could be gone. But it's not the end, because people around the world are trying to help the rainforest, but we also need you, the Toastmaster, and have a pleasant day.
Now that was very informative, wasn't it? Did you learn anything? Yes, yes. I think that was fantastic. Let's get ready for our next speaker. Our next speaker is Joshua Akiola. Akiola. His speech is My Experience in Marching Band. My Experience in Marching Band. Joshua Akiola.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Josh, and today I will be talking about my marching band experience. From a young age, I was highly interested in music and instruments. When I was 5, I picked up my first instrument. It was a violin. I remember the lessons and concerts I took at Moorhead Elementary. I remember enjoying everything and always wanting more. However, I moved schools and was unable to play the violin anymore. The years passed, and over time, I lost interest in music. Then the middle school walk around happened. It was an event where students walk around and meet their teachers. And after I met everyone, there was this table. And at this table, there was a variety of instruments. The table was Behind the table was a tall, bald man by the name of Mr. Wagner. He would be my band teacher and mentor. He would teach me how to learn. He would teach me how to play the clarinet, and over time, I would progress on the instrument. Then one day, Mr. Wagner would ask the entire class if anyone would like to join the Eastern Guilford High School Marching Wildcats, or in simple terms, the marching band at the high school. I agreed and went to the first practice. To make things short, it was extremely hard. Everything was so advanced, and all the high schoolers seemed so much better than me. It was like a human and an ant. The high schoolers were the humans, and I was the tiny itty bitty ant. The high schoolers, however, I continued to practice, and over time I got better. I started playing at the football games, and I remember all the excitement I got the first time around. I got better at marching band, and over time, the football season would come and end. Then parade season started, and I started my first parade at Gibsonville for their annual Christmas parade. After parade season, everything went back to normal. However, I made all county that year. The same year, the same year. And I firmly believe that marching band helped me get better at clarinet, which in turn helped me get into all county. Going into my freshman year, I was I was unaware of band camp and unfortunately entered marching band late. However, I quickly rose the ranks and became second chair for the clarinet section. 3 football games came and went. Every day of practice was fun, exciting, and amazing as usual. We had 3 parades that year. My favorite parade was the St. Patrick's Day parade, which happened in Raleigh. I enjoyed the bus trip and enjoyed the trip to Crabtree Mall afterwards. And as 10th grade, or my sophomore year, approached, I was a lot more prepared. I did band camp that year, and it was a blast. I learned a lot of new music and found out that I would be entering a learning period for me, as in 11th grade, I would become clarinet section leader. So while the sophomore year was highly exciting for me, I had a lot to learn. And well, to keep it short, I did. Parade season for us is not over, and we still have St. Patrick's Day parade coming up in St. Patrick's Day. However, I cannot wait for 11th grade because I finally got to become clarinet section leader. Thank you for everyone for listening to my speech about my marching band experience. I hope everyone has a wonderful evening and a great rest of their week.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wasn't that fantastic to know he started as a little young one, 5 years old? I am impressed. The next speaker will be Daryl Belay. Belay? 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 Daryl.
A very warm welcome to all the coordinators and parents. My name is Uluadarasime Bankole Falae, and my speech today is titled A Mother. Who is a mother? A mother is a female parent who is raising both biological or adopted child or children. A mother is a divine personality that shares the same name with the Holy Spirit, a helper. We all have many relationships with people we cherish, but the one most important, loved, pure, and divine relationship is that of a mother and a child. A mother's selfless love, care, and affection make it the most significant and simultaneously to a godly relationship. I would like to quote Rudyard Kipling's words here. He said, God could not be everywhere, therefore, he created mothers. A mother not only gives us life, but does our upbrings and protects us. From the time a mother conceives her child, she gets emotionally attached to the child. A child is the only flesh and blood of her. She undergoes immense pain while delivering the child, yet she can never see her child in any pain or problem. She is a protective shield and safeguards her child in all situations. She spends sleepless nights while raising her child but never complains. Her feelings, love, and affection are selfless. A mother is our first teacher. She teaches us to walk, talk, and everything we do today. She teaches us the basic manners and etiquettes. A mother feeds us, cares for our needs, and makes us good human beings. She helps us study and lets us do what we love to do. A mother is our first and best friend. She will listen to what we have to say and she will be there when times are tough. After having talked about the mother, I would like to conclude by saying words always fall short when you talk about the love and sacrifice a mother has. A mother is next to God as she is the one who teaches us to believe and have faith in Him. Her prayers and good wishes are always there with her children. She is a star, always bright and warm. It is a bond that remains unbroken, regardless of time or distance. You know that comforting, warm feeling when your mom hugs you? When your mom hugs you, that's a tiny glimpse of your mother's love. This affection is more than just a feeling. It's an incredible force that shapes us, teaching us about kindness, empathy, and the strength of human connections. Mothers, love is a beautiful journey full of precious moments that become lifelong memories. A mother's selfless love is selfless and unconditional. She loves us not because she expects something in return, but because we are a part of her. She sacrifices her comfort, her sleep, her time, and even her dreams just to see us happy. So let's take a moment to appreciate of the love that a mother sacrifices. Let's celebrate the power of a mother's love, which is the strongest and most beautiful love in the world. Finally, I want to say a few words dedicated to my mother. Dear Mom, whatever I am today is because I have you. You teach me to be myself even during hard times. You keep teaching me how to love God and please Him always. You keep teaching me how to pray and develop a healthy word study life by memorizing Bible verses daily. I wish you nothing more than fulfillment and happiness. Thank you, Mom, for all your sacrifices. I see and hear your secret tears in the night, even when you appear strong. I see and hear your secret and loud prayers in the day and night. I pray that God keeps you so that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor in good health and in sound mind. You are my world. I love you, Mom, and you know it. And to all the mothers and aspiring ones, I say, God bless you. Can you please rise up and say thank you to all the mothers? The Toastmaster.
That was beautiful. Now that was an outstanding speech. I say we are hearing from some well put together speeches tonight. So our next speaker will be Abe Osande, the mentality of an eagle. Obey Osande, the mentality of an eagle.
Hello everyone. Today, let me just say first that I love the energy in this room right now. Anyway, let me start off by saying this. Osho said the greatest fear in the world is the opinion of others. And the moment when you are unafraid of the crowd, you are no longer the prey. You are officially an eagle. Hello, everyone. I'm here to talk to you today about the 7 mentalities of an eagle. First, an eagle flies alone at a high altitude. Eagles don't fly with sparrows or ravens or other small birds. An eagle always flies with eagles, or meaning don't stay with narrow-minded people in life, people that will bring you down. Next, eagles have vision. Eagles are able to see something up to 5 kilometers away. That's really far. What I'm trying to say here is keep your eye on the prize. Always aim far in life. And when you look farther and
when you accomplish that goal, you will feel a sense of accomplishment in your life. Number three, eagles are fearless. Eagles don't surrender to the size or strength of its prey. An eagle will always give a fight to win its prey or win back its territory. An eagle is tenacious. They love storm. They use the strong storm winds to bring them higher in life, while other birds are staying in the trees and branches. Meaning, use your problems and challenges to bring you higher in life. Five. Five. An eagle never eats dead meat. An eagle won't feed